Hey guys, welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Just about to head into the arena. At least I think this is how we get to the arena, so let's get in there. Bursters of woe and exquisite strife await you. The bloodstained proselytes will face the sophisticated killers of the Cabal of Poisonous Whisper, and the challengers who have already survived one fight in the arena will go up against fresh battle meat provided by the Cabal of Wounded Skulls. Alright. We're at least close to a full party this time, so there's that. Hopefully after the fight we will get Cassia back. Okay, there's a couple of sliths there.
Performing target selection ritual.
9.
Know the taste of anguish.
Into the portal. Okay. Brutal Slith. Drakari Gladiator. Okay. Let's put J here. Avalok can go here. Stu can go there. Skull can go there. Looks like we get first turn, which is nice. And we get to move before all of them. Let's just put Elliot there. Now let's get started. Can we put Rhea? Yes, we can.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Inquisitor's Decree. The signet of the Inquisition grants great powers, okay. Temp wounds and armor until the end of combat. No AP. Okay. We'll start off with Stooge. And take
Tell
aim
me,
up,
and it is
obviously.
done.
Bring it down. Overwhelming stratagem costs 1 AP, 2 AP, so we have the 3 we need. And we can do this. Yeah, let's do this. The momentum 30 is going to be quite handy. And let's go. Stooge can start popping some skulls. Okay, perfect spot. Since Elliot is a little bit exposed, I think we'll go for this Brutal Slith here. Okay. We'll take a normal shot, because I think killing Edge requires more lethality, which we don't have apparently. 157 now. Nice. Okay, that's fine. Stooge is up again. Okay. We've already got an opening. Let's just keep attacking it. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Let's eliminate him then. That's fine. That's perfect. Okay. We still have 4, so let's go 1, 0, 1. And that should leave enough for Death Whisper and Elusive Shadow. Okay. Where's the Brutal Slith? There he is. Okay. He does have a decent amount of dodge. Okay. has an opening, I think, so that's fine. Nope, that's not what we want to do. Not the 177. Let's do killing shot. Yeah, let's see how much damage we do with killing shot now that we've got 177 lethality. Oh yes, nice. That's beautiful. So you don't need it to have lots of lethality, you just need it to have over 100 and it'll start doing quite a lot of damage. And obviously the higher the better. Let's take him out. Perfect. And we can still use Elusive Shadow. Alright, let's end our turn. Alright, time for Elliot to have some fun. What was... Can only perform Deadeye shot attacks. Whenever the wielder scores a critical hit with a single shot attack, they gain an additional attack this turn. So I think that's what we'll end up doing with Elliot. Shoot with Wandering Portent and hope we get a crit, and then we can switch to our other weapon, which will be quite nice. Let's go with Perfect Spot first. Taking out the two big hitters, I guess, because they have a lot of HP. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess the other two are going to come through portals or something. Who do we want to hit? Let's hit this guy out in the open. He has no cover, nothing. What kind of damage can we do to it? Not much. Let's put experts up.
If I must.
Okay.
I understand your intent. Fortune favors the swift.
4. I got a crit. They gain an additional attack this turn. Okay. Right. Alright, let's switch over. Yep, we got an additional attack. Nice. So it did work out. How about we do Claim the Bounty?
I hear you moving. No
Perfect.
more.
That's exactly what I wanted. Ended up going way better than I expected, which is nice. Let's protect this side a bit. We've thinned out the guys on that side, and Abelard should be able to hold down the left flank, and Pascal can drop bombs to hold down the right flank a little
Your
bit.
Messiah knows all, comprehends all.
Let's trail this dude. Ooh. Damn it. That was a mistake. Accidentally skipped the turn because I forgot that hot on the trail automatically ends the turn. I do that way too much, actually. Let's go on this side.
A tactically sound approach.
A work for a fleshcrafter.
What's distraction? Okay. Alright, yeah. Let's start with... Oh, it doesn't really do anything. That's fine. Good joint analysis. Machine Spirit Communion. Let's hit this guy. Or let's not hit him, I suppose. And always miss, which is a bit annoying. Tactical knowledge. Okay. Wild hunt. Number of the attacks is equal to the number of prey in combat. These attacks are equally divided among all prey in the bounty hunter's line of sight. The attack always hit and always score critical hit. I don't think I've used this, so let's see how this goes.
Cogitation failed.
Ah, okay. Can't hit anything. Maybe they're not prey, I suppose that's why it doesn't work. Oh, there's a sniper over there. Right, okay. That was a derp on my part for not seeing that. Avalar parry. Nice.
Let me educate you on the art of pain.
Yep. Okay. Let's go with... Yeah, let's go with...
I can do that with the right
Take
incentive.
pain. And let's do finest hour.
There
let's
are
do that.
legends about me.
Okay. Drop an opening. Luckily the Carbolite snipers didn't get hits off. $133. Okay, that's fine. Let's use Killing Edge on this dude. Alright, perfect. Snipers are down. Well, now the snipers should be down. Yep, perfect. Okay. Kari Gladiator.
Silent fresh. This can't be over.
And I'm out of mana. Out of mana. I'm out of AP and ammo. Well, in that case, let's put voice of
You've
command
got a problem?
on Elliot.
I've got a price.
And give her an extra turn. Alright. Now, let's see. Alright, let's put prey on this guy. This should be an easy kill.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Perfect. Oh, okay. It's just this guy left. Alright, nice. And we should just be able to pot this dude. It's already prey.
If it serves your cause.
I refuse to bow.
More of them. Of course. Abis. Abis runs his fingers along the edge of his blade. Your former captives. You have a chance to rectify the mistake that you made. That made you forfeit your Archon's favor. One of the witches lets out an acerbic laugh. I doubt your Remoris will change her mind, and Sinistoria will surely not want to give up her new plaything. Marajai glances at the witches, his eyes brimming with a sea of powerless rage. A moment later he looks at you, his expression changes slightly, one eyebrow arching as if he's trying to make some agonizing decision. My offer still stands. Would you consider switching sides? Ellen Tuck. Stu, did you take too many hits to the head? You're not going to, are you? Foolish monkey, the former Drakon of the Reaving Tempest is the property of the cult, and only the succubi have the right. The tormented expression in Marajai's eyes vanished, to be replaced with the malevolent resolve you have come to No. Your offer is accepted, monkey. What did you say, you arrogant wretch? Ah, that's kind of funny. Now we have Marriage Eye on our side too. Kind of cool, kind of funny. But it does feel kind of in line with what, well, maybe not what they would do, but I think it's been pushed too far, unfortunately, for the Drukhari. So we have an extra friend now. He's going last though, so that's close to last. But that's fine. Elliot, Stewed, yeah, that's okay. I think we got this. Alright, let's do the same thing we did before. Yep, let's do that. Overwhelming Stratagem. Wizard's Decree. Voice of Command. Take aim. And then let's get Stooge to bring the pain. First of all, perfect spot as usual. Now, what would be our biggest threat? Abyss. Where is he? Is this Abyss? Ocelot Champion? No, this is Abyss. Okay. I don't know why their tooltips and stuff aren't showing properly, but that's fine. Okay. Yeah, let's start off with a basic shot. $99 energy, we're up to 157, that's fine.
Woe to you!
Okay, that's good. Jay can't do anything else. Elliot. Yeah, that's annoying. I want to be able to see. Okay. Ray.
This tedium is beneath me.
Perfect
I am
spot.
not your Xenos pet monkey.
Let's hit Abyss.
If I must, fortune
You will
favors the
pay for
swift.
this in blood.
48 grit. That's not very much. Okay. We did get a crit. We also got another shot, so... What's her hit points now? 115. Okay. Let's do Color Bowl. Piercing Shot. 16 Armor Pen. Claim the bounty. We only have... Yeah, we only have one more AP. Alright, that's fine. Let's just try and claim the bounty then.
I understand your intent. No weakness is hidden from my sight.
72 damage, okay. Let's switch back to Wandering Port. Abyss is moving along. Not very far. Well, should be an easy kill then. Let's see. She's killing Edge. Only 20.
I can taste my
290 damage. Okay. That's fine. Pretty good. Let's go with
The scriptural
Tactical Knowledge.
prognosis is favorable.
Let's do joint analysis. Who we trailing? Proselyte champion, Ortra. Let's trail. Yeah, let's trail this guy. It's closest, and Abelard could do a little bit of damage. Can't use killing edge anymore. It's fine. Can put up an opening. Put the AP for that.
Your last stroke of
Damage. Okay. 91. $37. Not that much damage. Okay, elusive shadow then. And we'll put exploits up on that guy. And let's keep moving on. Okay.
Victory
Endure.
is imminent.
Alright, now let's see, we can move there. Defensive stance. Okay. So let's actually move here.
It will be
Him.
done. Grey hair, sure hand.
Not charge. Okay, well, let's just scream in this direction. Actually, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Let's go with Daring Breach. Unyielding Guard, yeah, Daring Breach. Let's just start taking these guys out.
I feel
Should give us enough
foul
momentum
breath.
to be doing a bit more other stuff. So, yeah, Abelard might just run in, tear through these guys, and then should be able to get another turn. Or another, or enough momentum to get another heroic back, so we can try that out.
Request approved.
Let's put prey on that torturer. Alright. What? Too far, really? Come on.
My place is at the fore.
Okay, let's...
At your beck and call.
Okay, he's not gonna...
Indeed.
It's only 57
An
to hit.
exemplary
Fair enough.
strike.
Grey hair, sure hand. Victory is imminent.
Okay. Okay, we didn't kill anyone, but we should be able to get some kills. Surely. Oh, maybe not.
My vow
Let's just
is
hit that
to
guy
serve.
then and see if we
Woe
can.
to
Yep,
you.
can. Another tactical knowledge. And
The
Well, then that
Messiah
dude.
knows all, comprehends all.
Unworthy.
missed. Okay. The trap's not a trigger? Oh, I guess not. Okay, that's a bit annoying.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
You will pay for this
Okay.
in blood.
Joint analysis. Tactical knowledge. And drop exploits on this guy.
Approved.
And then we can see what Marajai does. We're getting dodged a lot. Need to figure out some way to improve that. Okay. Let's go Stooge.
Don't get too cocky.
Alright. Can we do more damage to someone else? I don't actually know if we can or not. Let's... Why is this one so low? This is quite high. Let's hit this champion anyway.
Your last stroke of luck.
181, okay. Aim for the opening. Probably should put that up before. Okay. We'll pop this guy. Should be dead. Yep.
She is here.
Cassia is still getting a lot of buffs, so not sure what's up there. I guess she's out of the party, but also not out of the party. Okay, let's trail
My competences are not that
that guy
universal.
then. I don't know if the trail gets shifted or what, but yeah. Okay. Alright, now let's go Voice of Command on Elliot. Let's do Finest Hour on her. And now it's Elliot's turn to get a little bit frisky and dish out some pain. Is that a crit? No. Yes, it was. Okay. Nice. Yeah, she does have a perfect spot. I thought I didn't put perfect spot up for a second there. Okay, let's get some exploits up. Hang on, do we want exploits up or not? Yes, we do. Okay. $56. Nice. 9. Yeah, let's claim the bounty.
This tedium is beneath me.
What a disgrace.
Okay. Tactical knowledge.
Running binary
Trap.
override.
And then prey on this dude. Okay, so Elliot, pop this guy.
You call this a strike?
If it serves your cause. Ancestors guide me.
Nice. And we can't put prey on that, but we can put prey on the
If
guy
I
that's
must.
left, so this is fine. And we'll do the same thing, drop a trap. It's just traps everywhere and they're not getting triggered, which is a little bit annoying, but let's just put the trail on this guy. Okay. Can't reach. That's fine. Let's end the turn. Claim the bounty.
I deal death with my hands.
Alright. Yep. Ray is on this guy. And we'll just trail. Never mind, I was going to trail it, but apparently I can't get there. Can I do it now? Okay. That's fine. Okay. Call the Bold. Piercing shot. 50% bonus to effective range of weapon and a 10 hit chance. Let's just do it.
Another soul slave beyond the veil.
Finale as bloody as it is disappointing. The pathetic amateurs who were wrongfully proclaimed champions of the arena have been brought down at the hands of unworthy challengers. Impale the failures and glory to the victor. We survived. So that's good. Get out, Monkey, and tell Tervantius that he will pay for this insult. It was a fair fight, bro. Marajai shakes the blood off his blades and turns to you, battle fury still blazing in his eyes. A moment later, his lips twist into a smile. Well now, one can only marvel at the fickle turns of fate, Rogue Trader. Sometimes we all have to contend with circumstances that make any ally count. Abelard is trying to convince himself, looking at the Xenos in indignation and dismay. Eliot raises her weapon, uncontained rage flashing in her eyes. I will do what the Elentuck did not have the courage to do. Ah, cousin, you have inexplicably managed to earn the forgiveness of the one you betrayed and pushed into Comra's embrace, and now you intend to go against his will by killing me? Your lauded Asuriani restraint is failing you, much as it has before. Eliot hesitates for a few moments and shrinks under the mocking gaze of the Drukhari. So, Monkey, Marajai looks at you with a strange expression as if struggling to comprehend what has just transpired. You really are intent on escaping from the chasm, aren't you? Bold ambitions for arena meet. I have no desire to die for the spectators' amusement. I take neither, do you? Never. I will break out of this arena, avoid the cult's executioners, and make Eremeris and Nazrake pay for every moment of my humiliation. They will take us to the chasm now. Let us talk somewhere quiet. The Shrieker's den will do. Yes, we have much to discuss. I will head there now. Do not make me wait. Okay. Hopefully we get some nice gear. Abys's Neuro Agonizer, the bloodstained proselyte's neuro-augmetic that turn pain into pleasure and enhance the owner's reflexes. Bloodseeker Clave. Alright, lots of gear. So these teleporters were up to those platforms where the snipers were.
I have traveled far darker paths.
Perched. Well, that sucks because I can't get to them. This portal stitches two pieces of the Komora subdimension into a phantasmagoric canvas of the surreal. Okay, well, I can't get to those snipers.
Where's the profit in this?
Maybe leaving this place will actually let me loot them then. Yeah, there's only two of them. Okay. Yep, we did get them. Blaster and Deadshot Splinter Rifle. Okay. Interesting.
I follow my own
Okay,
path.
so where is Cassia? Let's check out. Okay. The Rogue Trader's opponents have fallen, so now he can demand the homunculus promised help to escape. Okay. Well,
Knowledge is eternal.
let's talk to Marajai then. Save it here. Okay. Commissar, Shrieker. Alright, so Marajai's over here somewhere. Marajai Azarash stares down at you from his formidable height, his head slightly tilted to one side. The lean, wiry Xenos is encased in black armor. Not even a sliver of a gap has been left between the tightly fitting plates, which bristle with mutely gleaming barbs and hooks. Set in a white face striated with crimson tattoos, dark eyes devour you, burning with predatory, malevolent interest. I want to know what happened before you took me to Comora.
You want to know how and to what end I orchestrated all of this? Ask your questions.
Why did you kidnap me?
When Irimaris ordered us to lay waste to the monkey settlements, Tazara and I encountered resistance. I have hunted your kin too long not to notice how well you in particular were fending off our attacks. The rout in Tazara's arena, the appearance at the plundered vessel. Your kind are usually powerless against us, but not on that occasion. I began to suspect that you could not have managed it without outside help. Help from our side. I began sending out spies and assassins. My eyes and ears infiltrated your vessel, your cities, and they discovered a trail that led back to one of your worlds. A trail that ended with a burned monkey, the source of the information about where and when my cabal was going to strike. A little trickery to draw you away from the planet. And I had your little informant in my grasp. How the information was reaching his agents, the burned monkey himself did not even know. But based on the units involved and other details, it was clear. No monkey in real space could have gathered such specifics about raid complements and objectives. No, it was inconceivable. The information was being fed to you by my own kind, and I knew who. Irimaris Aziriesh, Archon of the Reaving Tempest, my former mistress. A cowardly bitch who punishes anyone who threatens her grip on power. I knew that to win a war against her, I would need the support of the Reaving Tempest's patron, the Cabal of the Black Heart. So I allied with Nazrake, who presided over the trial. I promised him that Irimaris would be humiliated. I promised him evidence. A lowly monkey that would disgrace Irimaris in the eyes of the Archons. For that performance, I needed you.
You have spies aboard my ship?
Of course. If I'm not mistaken, you met the infiltrator yourself. A Cabalite who left a lava from Tavantius in one of the monkey. Or did you never work out the reason for the treachery during the raid on your ship so long ago now? Then there is no need for me to mention the sleeper agents hidden on your worlds.
What agreement did you make with Nazrake?
Overthrowing an Archon is far from easy, even one who has already tarnished her reputation. Every member of a Cabal has their supporters, and Irimaris is no exception. Nazrake promised me a sham trial in the Obsidian Court with a predetermined outcome. Irimaris should have been convicted and dethroned. I was supposed to take her place and turn the Reaving Tempest into a loyal vassal of the Black Heart. Nazrake was supposed to be the axe that fell on her neck. But it fell on mine instead. It was devious and worthy of praise, but why? A secret pact with Irimaris, or is there another reason? I will tear the answer from his throat along with his final breath. It must be said that Nazrake did not have to try very hard to turn the court against me. Not after the stunt you pulled before the assembled Archons.
The tribunal, what was that about? I was being tried by the Inquisitor, and Heinrich and Theodora were there. Why?
Who? I have no idea what you saw in your stupor. The homunculus's creature does not elicit specific images. It muddles your mind, forcing it to paint suitable pictures evoking confusion or fear. Neither Devantius nor I care about fussy monkey rituals. The lava must have created a suitable environment for you. One in which you would be more willing to answer my questions in the Obsidian Court.
What were you and Tazara doing in my protectorate?
What do any of my kind do in real space? We were reaping. Kamara was clamoring for meat. The Dark City had suffered losses in the latest disjunction. We needed sources of sweet pain to prime its minds and bodies. When the Archon bade my cabal collect the harvest from the region, I did not suspect that it would turn into this game between you and me.
You and Eliot conspiring together. How did that come about?
Conspiring? No. There was no plot between us. She merely rushed to my bait. At first, I planned to use the one you trusted, the burned monkey with whom we had spent long hours awaiting your arrival. But my cousin was so swift. Afterward, she tracked down the monkey, killed him, and took the device that he had been using to contact me. I planted the first poisoned seeds in her soul back at our first meeting. I dropped a hint that I knew what had become of her world. I lured her in and left her with you. Time took care of the rest. That and an unpleasant discovery aboard your own ship. I did not ask her to hand you over to me. No, doing that would have made my poor cousin doubt herself even more than she was already. I simply told her where to seek out the traces of her craft world and the answers to her questions. A favor for a kinswoman, nothing more. And then I made ready for your arrival. For the only way she would reach that place was with you.
I cannot believe that Achilles betrayed humanity.
When a monkey is left alone with me and my art of pain, I plunge them into a deep well of suffering from which they will do anything to escape. Your kind have fragile souls. Your convictions and principles are a delusion that lends a mirage of meaning to your lives. Achilles and I had plenty of time alone together before your arrival. When he went out to meet you, he was already mine. I bought his loyalty with a promise to never touch his body or his mind ever again.
Still, what do you know about Eliot's craft world?
I know it exists. I know that my cabal found it, helpless and stationary, unable to protect its sons and daughters. I know that Eliot's kin began showing up as prisoners in the Reaving Tempest Spire, where they were fonts of exquisite, delightful pain. I spent too much time beyond the limits of our home to learn more than that. But that was enough to tempt Eliot with false hope.
So you had no intention of helping Eliot?
Why do you say that? I promised to reunite her with her kin. A long-awaited reunion in a torture chamber. I find that very touching. They would have had so much to discuss. But there would have been time for fun as well.
We cousins get together so rarely after all. Is there anything else?
What were those creatures with you when you captured me?
Mandrakes. A foul breed that lurks in the bowels of Camorra. Their ability to find paths through the shadows was put to good use. I promised them forbidden trophies from the Reaving Tempest's coffers once I am Archon.
Marajai hesitates and then gestures to indicate that he's finished speaking. Okay. You made a promise to the mandrakes that you cannot keep. Aren't you afraid of retribution?
Let them come for what they're owed. They will regret it.
Okay, the theft of Raikad's son, was that your doing?
Did you not hear me when I answered you the first time? I do not like to repeat myself.
That is enough for now.
Then what else do you need?
What happened to you after the trial? I was handed over to the witch cult to do with as they wish. First they made me fight the dregs in the arena, and then once they had their fill of my debasement, I was granted entry into the bloodstained proselytes. What did you hope to gain by agreeing to become a proselyte?
The continuation of my existence. When I lost my standing, I became fair game for anyone tempted by the prospect of slaying a disgraced Cabalite. For vengeance or just for the pleasure of the kill. In Camorra, a lone Drukhari is a target. My talents may be prodigious, but I held no illusions about my chances.
You did not find much favor among the witches, it seems.
You cannot hope to understand the intricacies of Camorra and how it is structured. We are all each other's allies and worst enemies here. Towers of strength and duplicitous traitors both. The cults have always been half a step below the cabals in the hierarchy, and the witches relished the chance to abuse someone who once looked down on them. If our conversation is finished...
When given the chance to join me, you took it readily. That surprised me.
I had no intention of ending my days playing the role of meat in the arena. And then you blithely offered me an alliance after what I'd done to you. Why?
I wanted to pet Xenos, I pitied you, you intrigued me. I pitied you probably won't make him feel so good, but let's go with the truth. I require help to escape Camorra.
So our interests align, for now.
Tell me about Camorra.
The Dark City is the bastion of the Drukhari, the most magnificent of all our strongholds. The Cabals, witch cults, and the Incubi inhabit the place, with swarms of scourges flying overhead and a myriad of misfits and horrors, including the covens of the homunculi wallowing underfoot. Which do you want to know about?
You are from a Drukhari Cabal, correct?
The Cabals are the foundation upon which rests the power of the one who rules Camorra, as Drubile Vecht. Whether it is a mob of berserkers or an organized cartel, their essence is the same. An army of killers, ready to ravage entire worlds at the behest of their leaders, or to rip out the throats of a neighboring cabal in a war declared by the Archons.
I wish to know more about the witch cults.
What more do you need to know that you have not already beheld with your own eyes? They are the mistresses of the arenas, and they're the gladiators who feed the audience in their ravenous agony with exquisite spectacles. Cults often travel to real space on the Cabal's raids to revel in the pain and to capture fresh meat for their arenas.
What are the Incubi orders?
The aloof Incubi. They dedicate their lives to the art of killing, so much so that they do not plot or chase after delicious torment. All their hatred and longing for suffering are channeled toward perfecting their skill.
Tell me about the Scourgers.
Winged Drukhari, who have chosen to go through an agonizing process to become such a monstrosity. They escort raiding ships and inflict the first strike on the enemy. In Camorra, these creatures huddled in flocks so that they do not fall victim to the more formidable of their kin.
I'm interested in the homunculi covens.
Artists of the flesh who prefer to hide away in their laboratories and create nightmares from the materials their servants supply. Engines of pain, grotesques, racks, all are the fruits of their subtle craft.
Any thoughts on how we can escape this place?
On a mountain of bodies, bathing in our enemies' tears and blood. Do not deceive yourself by thinking we will escape this place alive without violence. I, for one, hope that there will be plenty of it.
Classic Drukhari.
But there is one unfortunate detail. An Arabenian has stepped into your path, one of Kegarak's tribe, who lurk in the tangle of the webway. I've heard them called harlequins in your tongue. The one that appeared in the Obsidian Court is the most dangerous and unpredictable of all. I'm beginning to think that his visit is a sign that the events unfolding around us have not been left to chance. Perhaps they are the result of interference, at the behest of the highest authority.
Okay.
Do not keep me waiting too long. My weapon is tired of languishing in its sheath.
Fair enough. Alright. Let's see what Elliot has to say about this.
You came back from the dark, Elentark? Unharmed.
How are you?
My body has already healed. The wounds of the soul will heal one day too. For suffering is a part of our life, not unlike love and fear and the desire to learn. The paths help the children of Asurion to endure any spiritual upheaval. And you, Elentark, did not allow me to stray from mine. For this, I am grateful. And yet, neither rest nor healing salves, or even our reconciliation, can soothe the savage turmoil in my soul, Elentark. Kruderak is lost, and the bud of truth never opened before me. What happened to my kinsmen? What happened to my world? And why did the Dark Cousin tell me less than he knew?
There's a roiling darkness in Elliot's emerald eyes that seems to search the very bottom of your soul. What happened to you after the trial?
I was meant to share your fate, Elentark, and vanish in the Dark City's rotting underbelly. But the Fleshmaster gave a different order. His twisted mind was beset by a question. Could a child of Asurion be saved from the gaze of she who thirsts with intense re-education? By replacing the influence of my spirit stone with the heady tang of pain that nourishes the followers of the dark ways? I donned the executioner's mantle. They allowed me to keep my spirit stone in exchange for the suffering of others. I survived, prayed for Asurion's mercy, and hoped to escape before the stone cracked under the torrent of pain and terror assaulting my soul. Before the experiment was complete.
You wanted to discuss something with me?
Not here. The words of my truth are intended only for your ears, Elentark.
Stooge, Elliot's usual pride and arrogance give way to awkwardness and confusion. This is my first time ever having to explain myself like this, but you more than anyone deserve to know the truth. I understand how unworthy I am in your eyes. This may sound like a ridiculous excuse, but I did not want to betray you, student. I only wished to learn the truth about Krudarak's demise and find my kin. And when I saw the shard of my world in your dwelling, that trophy mounted on the wall, I was beside myself with fear and rage. And when my dark cousin whispered in my ear that he knew the answers to my questions, I made a mistake. I trusted my kin, and fearing that you might refuse me if you knew where I had been getting my orders from, I simply asked you to direct your ship to the particular system. Did I trust Marajai? No, of course not. I thought he spoke of my kin's location to crush my soul, that he wanted me to go there and find only death instead of them. But hope for the better prevailed over my faith in you, Elantar. Filled with hope, the thought never even crossed my mind that this single thread, forever slipping from my grasp, would lead us to the very heart of the Dark City. I'm sorry, Stooge, and I wanted you to know that. I understand why you did that, and I forgive you. I give you my word, Stooge. I will never betray your trust ever again. You have shown great compassion by accepting me and forgiving my deed. I do not know if I would have been able to do the same. Pains me to know the hardships you had to endure because of me, and you still suffer in this cursed arena, in this cursed city. My soul is crushed, Elantar. The loss of Krudarak, the horrors of Komarag, and the Drakari's attempts to re-educate me. I've fully paid the price. I've lost my path and can no longer meditate. My body and my soul know no peace now, and that means that she who thirsts will soon turn her predatory gaze on me. You are unable to meditate? Can that happen? I've heard stories about Eldari unable to reach their inner world because of anguish or madness, and every story had a tragic ending. That doesn't sound good. How are you going to regain your powers now? I do not know. I cannot help with meditation, but I am prepared to stay with you and share the silence. That way you will be able to forget about the horrors of Komara, if only for a little while. We had a saying on Krudarak. In silence you can hear a heartbeat, the music of the soul trying to burst out. Please share this wordless song with me, student, and may it bring peace to us both. There are these camera angles. Okay, well, I think this is a good place to end the episode. We have to talk with Tervantius in the next episode, and hopefully that'll let us find Cassia, progressing that story along. We've now picked up Marajai, obviously, which is interesting, so it's going to be... I think it's going to be quite funny how everyone's going to either get along or not get along with Marajai, especially Eliot. But yeah, I think this is going to be some fun times, because we still haven't got Cassia back, which means we can run around with Marajai in our party for a little while at the very least. So yeah, that's something to look forward to in the coming episodes. But for now, I think this is a good place to end it for this particular video. So thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you join me in the next one to see what more shenanigans we get up to. See you then.